Okay, for those that are waiting and who are on already, welcome to your stretch and wine session this evening. You do not have to be, hello everybody. You do not have to be having alcoholic drink. You can have whatever drink that you would like. I have got my wine with me. I was made a rookie mistake and only got red wine, and I'm terrified to put it on this carpet. So I have cider in a wine glass. I'm going to fake it to myself. So have whatever drink that you would like and have it nearby to enjoy throughout the class. If you haven't done a stretch class or stretch and wine with me before, how we're going to run it today is just have a little bit of a laugh while getting the body moving a little bit more as well. If you are not used to stretching that often, some of these moves may be a little bit uncomfortable initially. So please take it gently, modify it for yourself as well. Sorry, I'm just getting messages here as well, just making sure that we are getting everybody in who is trying. And in regards to equipment that you need to be using, you do not need anything for today. So space around you and a drink is all that you really need. However, if you want to be assisting yourself through this class, then a pillow, a scarf, obviously ideally a yoga. Oh, hey, Cheryl. Ideally a yoga block and a yoga strap. But obviously, if you don't have those at home, you can use a pillow, a scarf, a belt, a book, a container. Get creative. If you want to use it, I will talk you through bits as we go as to when you could be needing something or not. So I'll give everyone a few more minutes to come on board as it's just hitting 6 o'clock now. I'm obviously unable to be playing music on my end, so please feel free to pop some music on. I was about to say it's a Friday night. It's not a Friday night, but we're close enough. So make it a bit of fun for yourself. Also feel free to send me photos. I love to get photos of everybody's set up for this. It's always a good laugh to see where everybody's at. So feel free to flick me messages and photos through to either our Facebook page or something like that to share a bit of love too. Beautiful. We're getting a few more people on there. Welcome, everybody, if you're just joining us. And yes, a couple of things from my end as well. If you haven't already, please give this video a bit of a thumbs up, a bit of a like, as it helps to spread it around to a few more people as well. And also, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, which should be somewhere near your screen at the moment. That also helps to just support me and the business on here and also to spread the word around a little bit more. So I would really appreciate if you're able to do that. And any feedback that you have for me, by all means, flick it my way later on. Beautiful, thank you. I'm just double checking that we've got a few people here. So thank you for your patience, everybody. Yes, thank you for the photo. Love it, getting photos already, brilliant. Okay, so we're going to be starting very shortly. How we're going to run the class today is having a little bit of a warm-up at the beginning. Unfortunately, we can't stretch muscle until it is warm, so the beginning part of the class is going to be a little bit more of a workout than a stretch, but I promise the nice stretch will come afterwards. Now, I do realize I have a few people on here who are incredibly flexy. Some of these moves will feel very, very easy for you. So if you are used to stretching, please find some way to make it more difficult for yourself. I will give you modifications as well, but the general idea of this class is just to have fun and move. So if you are a bit more flexible and want to push yourself, guide yourself through that, but please take it gently and please always be safe. And we're going to get started nice and soon. Perfect. I'm getting more photos. Good choice on the drink. You know who you are that just sent me a photo through. Perfect. All right. Thank you very much for your support, everybody. We'll get started, and then anybody else who's going to be joining us can join us in when we get there. So everybody to raise a glass. Happy Thursday. I know this isn't how we planned on spending the end of our week, but we're still going to make it good. Have a lovely class, and I hope you enjoy. And let's get started. All right. Also, for those of you that haven't done my classes before, They are not overly professional. They are a bit of a laugh. I'm going to do things wrong. Also going to pull funny faces because some of these stretches hurt. So feel free to have a laugh along with it. We're going to be adjusting the laptop again. This is the first time doing an online class since last lockdown, so I may be a little bit rusty, but we'll eventually get it all set up. So let's get everybody with a nice bit of space around them and standing first of all. I'm just going to move all of my stuff. And please don't have your drink somewhere that you could knock over. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of terrified doing this on carpet. Last time I did this in my garage, it was a lot less terrifying. All right, perfect. Okay, standing up for me first. Let's get this a little bit higher because I am tall and lanky. All right, we'll start with this. So we're going to start with 10 squats and then 10 pulses at the bottom. We're going to do that twice, and then we're going to change up our squats and change up how we are doing them. Beautiful. Hi, Dave. Also, I am blind. I am not able to see the screen. So if you see me squinting, I'm trying to read your comments. But please put comments up. I will see them. All right, so taking feet underneath your hips. Going to be squatting. So hands in front of you first if you would like. Remember that when we squat, we're trying to stick our butt back so that we can really engage through our glutes rather than doing this. Really targeting those glutes properly. We're trying to warm up the hips. So feet underneath hips first. We're going to do 10 squats. We're going down for 10. 9 and 8. Keep pushing down through your heels. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. We're going to do that again. Keep squeezing through those glutes, pushing down through those heels 10 times. We go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. Give your legs a shake. I'm just going to turn off the heater because it is warm in here already. All right, this time we're going to bring our feet a little bit closer together. This will feel a little bit strange initially. 10 squats going down. We go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. And again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. Good. Give your legs a shake. Take a well-deserved drink. All right, this time we're going to do our squats a bit differently. We're going to take our feet nice and wide. This time, we do want to keep the pelvis tucked under rather than sticking it out. So taking the feet wide, feet are out at about that 45-degree mark. When we come down, we're not going to stick our butt back like this. We're going to imagine we're between two sheets of glass, and we're really trying to tuck the tailbone under the entire time. You'll feel this in the sides of your glutes. Taking your feet nice and wide, we're going to go down. 10, 9, 8. Keep squeezing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it down and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. Oh, and give your legs a shake. Well done. All right, a little bit just to our shoulders. Take your feet a little bit further apart than hips. We're going to do 3 nice big rolls with our shoulders. So breathing in, bringing your shoulders up to your ears. Breathing out to roll them all the way back and down. And again, breathing in and out. One more time, in and out. Very good. Taking the arms nice and wide for me, palms face forward. We're going to squeeze through the back of our shoulder blades and pull them down, keeping that tension nice and strong. Keeping nice and strong through your core. We're going to pulse the hands forward. Good. Turning the hands up, pulsing up. Turning the hands back, pulsing back. Turning the hands down, pulsing down. Good. Keep pulsing them down. Turn the hands back, pulsing back. Hands up, pulsing up. Hands forward, pulsing forward. Beautiful. Turn the palms up to the ceiling again and hold them strong. A bit for your brain. See how we go for coordination. We're going to go same hand to same shoulder, opposite shoulder, same shoulder, out. Same shoulder, opposite shoulder, same shoulder, out. Keep going. See if you can either keep up with me or go in your own pace. Trying to keep your shoulders up the entire time. All right, see if you can go a little bit faster. Still tapping each shoulder. Good, couple more times. One more each way. And we hold out. Palms face forward, squeeze through the shoulders. We pulse forward again. Hands up, pulsing up. Hands back, pulsing back. And hands down, pulsing down. Very good. Bring the hands down. Take a big breath in. Take them all the way up. And breathing out, bringing the hands down. Very good. Give your arms and legs a shake. Take a good big drink of water or other. All right. And we're going to come down to our hands and knees. I'm just going to switch this around. All right. The joys of being nice and tall. Perfect. All right, so we're going to come onto our hands and knees here now, bringing wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Let's get the spine moving a little bit. We're going to breathe in to look forward, drop your chest and lift your sitting bones up. Breathing out to round, tucking your tailbone under, looking at your stomach. Breathing in, looking forward, drop the chest and belly again. And breathing out to round. And one more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral. Well done. Give your body a little bit of a move if you need to. All right. We're then going to come into a little bit more for our glutes and our hips here. We're going to come into what's called our donkey kicks first. So we're going to keep the leg bent and we're going to be kicking up. When we kick, we try not to open through the hips, lifting through the glute instead. We're going to lift it 10 times and pulse to a 10 at the end. I promise the stretch is coming. Okay. Right leg first, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And putting it down. Very good. Give yourself a bit of a move and then coming to the opposite side. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Putting them down. Very good. Take your knees as wide as the mat for me, or as wide as you'd like, toes together and sinking down into what's called your child's pose here, letting your forehead relax against the ground, taking your arms nice and far forward, but keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. Just take a nice big breath, and if you'd like to stretch out your shoulders, interlacing your hands behind your back, hands up to the ceiling, and gently rocking from side to side. When you're ready, gently letting go of your hands, taking them back down, and then gently coming back up into your tabletop again, wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Very good, getting cramp in my foot, of all places. All right, we're going to do out to the side this time. So we're going to be lifting one knee out to the side, trying to get our knee and ankle in line, not dropping through the knee, but lifting nice and high. 10 times, right hand side, we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down. Very good. If you find that your hips click when you do this, try to squeeze your glutes a little bit more. It's just the muscles getting a little bit unbalanced. We're going to come to the other side. When you're ready, we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down. Very good. All right, give yourself a bit of a move. Take a drink. Those of you that haven't been in my classes before, I normally love to have a chat with you when you're in my class and actually have a bit of a laugh with you. I always find it very strange when I start back on online because I'm now having to talk to myself. So sending lots of vibes out to you all in person rather than on a computer. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of a stretch. Let's see how tight these muscles are after sitting down a bit more the last couple of days. For some of us, maybe. So we're going to come into a series of stretches now. If you would like to, you are welcome to use blocks, first of all, if you have them. If you don't, then coming and using things like books or containers, chairs, anything like that that you may need. And we're going to use that to help guide us into our stretch. But if you don't have them, that's absolutely fine. If you'd like to, we're going to have a couple of, let's say, challenges through this of trying to drink our drink while we're in some of these stretches. So if you would like to do that, have your drink nearby, but please don't knock it over. Yes, Ali, you know me. Sorry for those that haven't seen it. Yes, Ali, that side was not going to last long. I have the rest of my table. All right, so we're going to come into our lunge first. So let's take our right leg forward and our left knee back. So the left knee is going to try to stay underneath or in line with our hip, I should say, so it's not out too far or in underneath us. And the right ankle is going to try to be a little bit further forward than our right knee so that we've got somewhere to lunge. If you have blocks or a chair or something, you're going to try to bring your body up so that you're sitting a little bit higher. If you need to, you can put your hands down to the floor instead. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, we're going to take our hands to our knee or into our lower back or pelvis to gently guide it forward. So take your position first of all. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes so you can play around with it if you need. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to push your pelvis forward and down so that you can feel it into the left thigh on the front. Taking a nice big breath and see if you can sink a little bit more. If you need a bit more of a stretch, shuffle this front foot a bit further forward so that you've got somewhere extra to bend. For those that are very flexible out there, you most likely know what to do already, but you can try with putting a block or something underneath your back knee to lift it up a little bit higher. All right, keeping your hands where they are. Take another big breath and see if you can sink a little bit more. We're going to bring in a little bit of balance here in a moment. This is where your drink becomes handy, so hopefully it's not too far away from you. In a moment, we're going to see if we can bring our body up both hands, and if you'd like to take a drink. Slowly putting it back down, keeping your body up, and see if you can look up towards the ceiling. Very good. Slowly putting your hands back down. Very good. Taking a big breath, sink those hips a little bit more. What we're then going to do is tuck our back toes. Take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to rock back, straightening our front leg, coming onto our heel and pulling our toes up towards us. Now you're going to find that your hips will be on top of your knee now. So not, if you're here, you're not going to get that full stretch. So really letting it rock back, keeping this front leg as straight as you can. So taking a nice big breath, and we're going to try to kiss our toes. Some of you on here did my stretch and wind during lockdown last time. I got some brilliant photos of you all trying to do that one, thank you. So trying to imagine that you're kissing your toes. This helps you to keep your back straight rather than aiming for your knee and rounding through the back instead. Feel free to make funny faces. Feel free to complain to the person next to you. This one is often quite tight. Very good. A couple more breaths here. Very good. We're going to do one more rocky or a couple of rocks each way. So we're going to breathe in to rock the body forward, coming back into that lunge. You can untuck your back toes if you'd like, and holding here. This is where you can play with that variation if you're now feeling a little bit more stretched. One hand to your knee. If you trust your balance, both hands to your knee, body up. Or you can take both hands to your pelvis and sink it a little bit lower. Good. If you need even more and trust your balance, you can lift your arms up and try to reach them back, looking up as well. So take whichever variation you'd like, please be gentle. Very good. Gently bringing your hands back down, tucking your back toes. Now we're going to do this next rock a little bit differently this time. Most of us should find that our stomach is on our thigh here when you're reaching for the floor. If it's not, I'd like you to put your stomach on your thigh somehow. This time, when we breathe out and rock back, we're going to keep our stomach attached to our thigh for as long as you can. Even if you find that you can only come to here, really trying to push it back further. So when you're ready, breathe it out. We're going to rock back and keep that stomach attached. Keep it attached. Keep it attached. Oh, for as long as you can. Gently feeling into the back of that hamstring. Even if you're here, that's absolutely fine. You should still feel it pretty deep. All right, if you prefer to, you can take your stomach off of your thigh, but trying to imagine kissing your toes. Very good. Taking one more breath. So we're going to do one more rock each way. So breathing in, rocking forward, really sink your hips right to their end range. And then breathing out, rocking back. Very good. Breathing in, rocking forward. We're then going to bring our ankle underneath our knee so you have a bit more stability. Now, if you're finding this a little bit uncomfortable on your back knee, you're welcome to take a moment, grab a pillow or a blanket and put it underneath your knee. This next one is going to challenge your back knee a little bit more. So we're going to then bend that back knee. See how far in you can bend it. If this is as far as you can go, that's absolutely fine. Keep it there. You're then going to use your right hand to reach back. See if you can grab your left foot. Try not to have the chest too open. We're then going to turn it back to the front. Come up onto your fingers if you need, and see if you can pull that heel in towards your glute. Now, I know some of you will be out here. Some of you will be unable to reach your foot. That's fine. Others will be able to touch their glutes quite easily. So then shuffle your front foot forward again and sink a little bit lower. You should now be feeling this in your quad. Good. Taking nice big breaths. I think I quickly saw on my phone there some people sending me videos of their partners doing this. By all means, if you are watching your partner do this and they're making funny faces or funny noises, please send me videos. I will love watching that later. All right, gently letting go of that back leg, take the foot down to the floor. Good. Walking that back front foot in a little bit again, making sure the ankle's underneath the knee. This time we're going to bring our right hand to the inside of our right foot and take our foot slightly out to the side. I'm just going to move my drink so that I can turn myself around and face you. Please keep staying where you are. Your right knee should be forward and your hands now underneath your shoulders and the knee hugging into your shoulder. So this is the position we want you in. I'm going to turn back to the front. So this is the position we have you in here. Some of you will remember this from last time. I apologize in advance. We're going to walk the hands forward. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to bend the arms as if we're taking the forearms down towards the floor, just gently first. See how the body feels. If you're up here and you're like, Shanice, I'm good here, you can stay here. But if you need to bring yourself here even, that's absolutely fine. Full version of this, forearms all the way down to the floor. Now, because I have some flexi people on here, challenge for you. For those of you that aren't flexi, don't get freaked out. For the flexi ones, see if you can bend that back knee again. Take your right hand, thread it through, and see if you can grab onto your foot. Coming into a little bit of a pretzel, and I've never seen a picture of myself doing that, and that looks, I can see now why I get the looks in my yoga classes when I try to teach this. So for flexi ones, you can try to come here. If you're able to do it and you have someone nearby to send me a photo, please do. Otherwise, we're staying in that normal variation here. Very good. On your next breath in, walk your hands back in, take your right hand back out to the outside of your right foot, shuffle the front foot back into the middle, and let's just take a breath here. All right, we're then going to take this front leg down into what's called our pigeon. So we're going to take the leg down to the floor, so the right heel is in front of your left leg. For more of a stretch, bring the foot further up to the top of the mat. For less of a stretch, take your heel closer to your left leg. Let's see, challenge first again. If you have your drink nearby, we're going to walk our hands closer in. See if we can lift one hand off. Then see if you can lift both hands off. If you can, see if we can also take a drink. We deserve it partway through. Good. Taking the hands down, slowly walk them forward and let your head relax on the floor. If you can't reach the floor, putting one fist on top of the other and letting your head relax on your hands. Trying not to collapse into that right hip. It shouldn't be on the floor unless you're incredibly flexible. Really trying to keep central and that foot further up if you need more stretch. Good. Taking a big breath. All right, and on your next breath in, walking your hands in towards you, tucking your back toes. We're going to push from here to what's called our downward facing dog. If you don't want to go all the way to that, you can just come to your hands and knees, but otherwise we're stepping that front foot all the way back, pushing our pelvis up to the ceiling, and you can gently walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, moving your hips around. Feel free to move your knees, lift your feet off of the floor if you need. Good, and then gently coming down to the floor. And take a moment to sit back and take a moment. If anyone has any comments, feel free to flick them through to me, even if it is ow, so that I know and that I can have my pain shared with some people, which I'm sure it is being out there at the moment. And we're going to come into the other side in a second. This is making me realize just how long it's been since I've done online classes. Enjoy them, but miss having you all in here, so hopefully you will be again soon. All right, we're going to come to the other side so that we, yes, pain, I can imagine. We're going to come into the other side now. You may find that one side is easier than the other. Oh, no. That's the best way to do stretch class, Tony. All right, coming to the other side. We're going to take our left hand further forward. Oh, no, that was a bad call, Shimna, doing both of those in one day. Oh, well, double stretch for you, double workout. We're going to take our left foot forward this time, starting from the beginning. So that right knee being in line with that right hip. Left foot to take the ankle further forward than our knee, first of all. Hands to the floor first if you need, taking some nice big breaths and aiming your pelvis forward and down. Really feeling that into the front of your right thigh or right hip. And taking some nice big breaths. Take a moment to see how one side feels different to the other. Keep leaving my drink too far away. Right back there. And yes, you're completely right, Ali. I'm noticing how empty that glass is getting. All right, if you'd like to, you can bring your hands to your knee or to your pelvis to guide your pelvis a bit deeper. Very good. Another big breath. All right, coming back into that balance if you would like to, with your drink nearby. We take one hand up, two hands up, trying to bring the body up so that you're not leaning forward. This is cheating. Try to bring your body up. Take a drink. Hands up. Looking up. Take a big breath in. Breathing out, hands down to the ground and tucking your back toes. Taking another big breath in. And breathing out, we're gently rocking back, straightening that front leg. Don't worry about your stomach staying attached to your thigh for now. Just gently seeing how this side feels. Keeping that leg as straight as you can. Really engaging through the quad to straighten it more. The more you engage the quad on top, the more the hamstring underneath is going to relax. And trying to kiss your toes again. Well, this side feels particularly tight for me. I don't know about you guys out there, but my left side is a lot tighter. Taking 2 more breaths here. Very good. Then going to breathe in, rocking forward back into that lunge. Shuffle the front foot further forward if you'd like to get more of a stretch. Bringing your hands to your knee or to your pelvis, sinking a little bit deeper. You can untuck those back toes if you'd like. Very good. Oh. All right, taking one more. Then taking your hands back down to the ground, tucking your back toes and pop your stomach on your thigh. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, keep your stomach attached to your thigh for as long as you can, straightening the leg. Good. You should find that this gets into that quite a bit more. You then try to kiss your toes and make sure that your toes are pulled up towards you as well. All of those together should make for a good time. Feeling that nice and deep in your hamstring. If you'd like to, you're welcome to bring your stomach off of your thigh if you prefer. Taking one more breath. All right, breathing in, rocking forward, take your pelvis right to that end range. And breathing out, rocking back. Very good. Breathing in, rocking forward, bring that ankle back underneath your knee and untucking your back toes. Again, if you prefer to get a blanket or something for underneath your knee, you're welcome to. Then you're going to bend that back knee, pull that heel in as close to your glute with just your muscle as you can. Planting the right hand down, take the left hand, take it back to grab your foot, and then try to square your chest back to the front. Come back up to your fingers if you'd like. Shuffle the front foot forward if you need. And then we're going to gently pull that heel in towards your glute. If you have a chair or a block, you're welcome to use that to stabilize you coming up. Oh, this side is definitely tighter. Oh, there we go, just. Good, taking nice big breaths. Oh. I hope you're all playing music that's making this a little bit easier rather than being in silence. In silence, it just makes it more painful. Taking one more here. And then gently letting go of your foot, taking both hands down to the floor. Walk that ankle back underneath your knee again. Take the left foot out to the side, take the left hand to the inside of your left foot, and both hands directly underneath your shoulders. Keeping that left knee hugged in at your shoulder, walking those hands a little bit further forward. Take a nice big breath in. And then breathing out, bending the elbows, Forearms down to the floor and holding here. Remember, you can bring yourself up as high as you need to. And then for those flexy people, if you want it, bend that back knee, take the left arm, thread it through, try to grab onto the foot, and see if you can hold here. Well, it doesn't look so weird from this angle. The other side definitely did. Good, taking a couple more breaths, holding in whichever pose you'd like. See if you can sink a little bit deeper, stretch a little bit more. Very good, then coming back up to your hands, walking your left foot back into the middle, take your left hand back out to the side. We're then going to come back down into that pigeon pose, taking the left leg down to the floor, left heel in front of right leg, either as close to it as you like, or for more challenge, take it further up the mat. All right, keep that drink nearby. If you would like to join in, coming into that balance first, we take one hand off, both hands off. If we can hold here, try to lift the chest up, take a drink. Very good. Taking the hands down, slowly walk them forward. And relaxing over that glute. If you'd like to, you can put one fist on top of the other. Relaxing down. If you find it more comfortable, you're welcome to move in these poses as well. You can gently move your pelvis from side to side, as long as you don't sink down into it. Just see what the muscle is after. And just taking a couple of nice big breaths. For those that want to, you can let those breath out through your mouth and really letting go. Been a long week. It's been a crazy week. Not what we expected. So let it out. Take some nice big breaths. Good. Taking one more. Good. And then gently coming back to your hands, tucking your back toes. For those that want to, pushing straight back to your downward facing dog. Otherwise, coming to your hands and knees. You gently push the pelvis up and walk, pushing one heel down to the floor at a time. All right. And then taking both knees down to the ground, taking your knees nice and wide, toes together, sinking down into your child's pose again. And you may find that now it feels a little bit different compared to the beginning. If you'd like to stretch out your shoulders again, interlacing hands behind your back, hands up to the ceiling, and gently rocking side to side. When you're ready, gently letting go of your hands, take them back out in front of you, take a big breath. And breathing in, walking your hands in towards your body. If you're comfortable staying on your knees, stay on them and take your arms all the way up. Breathing out, turning to your right, looking back behind you. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, opposite side. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, right hand beside you, gently bending into the side. Sorry if it's reversed on your screen. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, opposite side. Breathing in, coming up, either holding here or breathing out to gently bend back, open your arms. Breathing in, coming up. And breathing out, hands in front of you and gently bending forward. Holding here for one nice big breath. And breathing in, rolling it, sweeping the arms all the way up. And breathing out, hands come down. Very good. Give your arms and legs a little bit of a move. Take a drink. Take a drink refill if you need to. I'm going to have to soon. And feel free to send me any comments that you may have as well. I'm going to take a moment to give everybody a break and just give everybody a few updates before we go on to a little bit more for our legs and then a little bit for our chest and back at the end. So yes, our yoga and our stretch have had to come back online very, very quickly, but thankfully they have been able to happen quite quick. For tomorrow, we have got a beginner's vinyasa yoga class happening at midday, just for an hour. So hopefully it catches a lot of you on your lunch break if you would like it. Vinyasa is a bit more flowy, and obviously it's more of a yoga class, so we have a bit of a different theme to it. But I am going to do it for beginners, as I know a lot of people haven't done that style before. So you're welcome to come and give it a try and see what you think to it. It's free and is going to be accessible for everybody as well. If you're not able to make it at midday, that's fine. The video will stay up and you can access it later. But if you are around at midday, please feel free to come and join me. As weird as it is teaching or talking to myself on a screen, at least knowing that a few of you are on watching makes it a lot less weird than just talking to myself. So you're welcome to come and join me for that. Then, depending on what happens with the government news on Friday, we may be keeping our yoga classes online for a little bit of time. So in that case, we will have a whole timetable launched at the end of tomorrow, showing you what classes we're going to have online and accessible as well. These will also be free because I know a lot of people are going through some really interesting times at the moment. We're all a little bit stressed, and yoga and stretch are a beautiful way to complement your week and just have a little bit of a tune out and hopefully have a little bit of a laugh. Even in our yoga classes, for those that haven't done it with me before, we have a bit of a laugh. So please keep an eye out for that timetable. I also have another yoga teacher who is going to be teaching a slightly different style, which is called Yin, for those of you that do and don't know that. It's a lovely, relaxing style. I call it napping for an hour. Really good style that you can do at home as well. So she will be part of that. So please keep an eye on our Facebook page, our Instagram, and also if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, a button somewhere nearby this video, and that will keep you updated with our new classes that come online as well. But thank you so much for everyone who is here this evening. Let's get back into it. I'm going to refill my drink and then we're going to stretch out our legs a little bit more. So let's get everybody just seated first and taking both legs out in front of you. Okay. All right, for those that would like a little bit more of a challenge, a block or a pillow or something underneath your front foot is going to be great to just help you stretch a little bit more. So I'll show you what I mean. Taking a foot forward on top of your block, we're going to keep the other leg bent in for now. You're more than welcome, Tony. Thank you very much. So if you want to, you can keep your foot on top of the block. This is to give you more of a stretch. If you are already quite tight, pop your foot on the floor. And this is where you can use your strap. Thank you very much for that, Adrian. That's very good for us all to know. I will keep note of that number and pass it out to more people as well. I obviously don't have my strap with me today. I have my beautiful scarf, which you can use as well. And this is for people that haven't got as much stretch. You can put this around your foot and use this to pull you into this in a moment. So feel free to grab whatever things you need. Take a couple of minutes and we're going to get started. So keeping the right knee bent in somewhere first and then having our left leg straight out ahead of us. Like I mentioned earlier, to engage your quad more means that you will relax your hamstring more. So really trying to squeeze through our quads and our core. I will show you a couple of things we're going to do first before we get into that stretch itself. And the reason why I work with your breath as well is because it is working with your muscles at each time. So if you're trying to breathe in and push into a muscle, it's not going to work because your muscles are inflating while you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, they relax and lengthen, in which case you can then lengthen and stretch into it further. So there is a reason why I talk with your breath. So we can explore that with this as well. So let's interlace our hands in front of our chest and really pulling those left toes up towards you. Keeping the back nice and tall, engaging through your core. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to pull forward and try to get our lower stomach to our thigh as much as we can. Now, I know some people will be here or even here. That's okay. Pull as much as you can. Breathing in, we're going to gently come up. Breathing out, pulling forward again. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, pulling forward again. Very good. Breathing in, bring the arms up. And this time, breathing out, pull in the same way and reach as far forward as you can. Good. Holding here in the middle, really reaching. Reach for another drink. Reach for dinner. Reach for whatever is going to inspire you to reach further. Keeping your back straight, not like this. Really trying to push the chest forward. Good. Then as you breathe out, so letting your head and hands relax. Now, if you need to, this is where we hold on to the strap as close to our foot or as far away from the foot as we need. And really trying to pull the chest and stomach forward. This and just pulling on your foot isn't going to do anything. So really trying to push this chest forward. So for those of you that are already quite flexy, Trying to get your stomach to your thigh, then your chest to your thigh, your head if it will reach, and trying to look or kiss your toes. Good. Holding here for another big breath. Then we're going to breathe in, slowly roll up. Sweep the arms up if you like. Sorry, habit from yoga. Breathing out, hands come down. And we're going to swap the legs over. Swap the block, strap and scarf if you need. All right, pulling those toes up, letting that leg relax down, engaging through your quad, interlacing your hands. We're going to take a big breath in. Breathing out, pulling forward, try to get your stomach to reach your thigh. Good. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, pulling forward. Try not to let the knee lift. Try to keep pushing it down. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Breathing in, swoop the arms all the way up. Breathing out, reach far forward, come to halfway. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Good. Breathing in. And then we breathe out, let the head and hands relax. Very good. Trying to hold wherever you are. Use the strap or scarf or belt, whatever you are using to pull yourself a bit deeper, or just relaxing here. So like I mentioned before, with the breaths, we're working with every breath out to try to sink a bit deeper. So breathing in, trying to imagine inflating your hamstring. And as we breathe out, trying to sink a little bit deeper, reaching a little bit further. Very good. And then breathing in, gently rolling up. Swoop the arms up, reaching up. And breathing out, hands come down. Bring both legs forward, give them a little bit of a shake. We're then going to take the legs nice and wide for me. I'm going to do one bit to help engage these quads a bit more before we do our double leg forward bend. God, my legs look really long on this angle. This is going to be engaging your quads a bit more. I apologize in advance for anybody who gets cramps. A lot of you already know this one from me as I do this in our yoga classes. So take this nice and gently. We're going to take the legs nice and wide, pointing the toes, which you can't quite see, but trying to point through the toes like this, not like this, pointing the whole foot. Keeping the back up nice and straight, taking both hands over your right leg. We're going to try to lift our right leg straight 5 times. If you cramp, please take a moment, let it relax, and then straighten it back out and join back in. We're going to straighten both legs, point both feet. I'm getting cramp in my toes. Hands over your right leg. All right, squeezing through the legs, engage the core. We're going to lift 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give it a shake. Coming to the other side. When you're ready, we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Give it a shake. Doing this one mainly for the laughs. I feel like a few of you that were doing this together with a friend or a family member may get a few laughs out of this one, so enjoy. We're going to then bring both hands into the middle. We're going to try to lift both legs 3 times. All right? Even if it's just minuscule jumps, I don't mind. Really trying to engage through those legs. 3 times, keep the core strong. We go. 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Grabbing onto both feet or legs and just gently trying to push the chest forward. Very good. Bringing yourself up. Legs together. Give them a shake. We're then going to come into that forward bend for both legs. I'm also going to get you to keep your drink nearby because we're going to change it and incorporate a little bit of a balance in here as well. So for those that want to, block underneath your foot or feet, and have both heels on so that you've got somewhere to engage your legs. Otherwise, having it flat to the floor and having your hips so that you're hinged forward. All right, squeeze those quads that you've most likely just cramped, or at least you can feel. Interlace your hands in front of you. Take a big breath in. We're going to breathe out to pull forward. We're just going to do it 1 time. Good. Breathing in, coming up, swoop your arms up. And breathing out, reaching forward, coming to halfway. Good. Breathing in. And breathing out, let your head and hands relax as far as you're comfortable, whether that be up here trying to really push the chest and stomach forward and engage your quads, that's fine. Otherwise, hands to your feet, letting your head relax all the way forward, keeping your knees pushing down into the floor. And if you're on a block, see if you can reach towards the end of the block and pull yourself from there as well. I feel that gives you a little bit more. And take a nice big breath. Oh. All right, we're then going to add in a little bit of balance and a bit of core to see how we all feel here. So we're going to take our left hand to the outside of our right foot. Thumb points down, pinky finger points up. Keeping your other leg straight, toes pulled up, and our right hand is going to come anywhere along the floor that you'd like, or if you'd like more of a challenge, keep it off of the floor. We're going to breathe in to see if we can lift the legs straight and the core strong. For those of you that are very flexy, I expect your leg up here. I can't quite get there, but otherwise holding it here. If you're having to do this to keep it up, that's fine. Just really keep trying to push that knee down and hold yourself up. If your drink is nearby, I left mine way too far away. See if you can take a drink here. I got everyone to take a photo last time of this too. Very good. See if you can take that right arm, take it back, look back behind you. Bring the right hand back to the front and see if you can lift that leg a little bit higher. Oh, good, one more time. See if you can lift it a bit higher. And then we're going to breathe out, just slowly come all the way down. Very good. Take both hands forward. Give your legs a little bit of a bend and shake. So taking them both straight, we're going to come to the other side. Right hand to the outside of the foot. Oh, take your drink to the other side if you want to do it on the other side. All right, right hand to the outside of your foot. Left hand to wherever on the ground or just off of the floor. Pull through that right leg and we breathe in to lift. Holding as we breathe out. And taking a drink if you'd like one. Oh, so scared on this carpet. Take that left hand back, see if you can look back behind you. And bring the hand back to the front. And take a breath in, see if you can lift it higher. Breathing out. And again, breathing in. Oh, and breathing out, coming down. Very good. Take both legs straight. And this time, we're going to just bend one knee at a time, nice and slow, keeping your body where it is. Then you're going to straighten both legs, breathe out, and see if you can bend a bit further forward. I often find this helps. If you found that helpful, doing that again, bending one knee at a time. And straightening both legs, bending forward. Very good. Breathing in, gently rolling up. Sweep the arms up. And breathing out, take your hands down, take them back behind you, and gently pushing your chest forward, looking up to the ceiling, just arching through the back. If you need a little bit more, gently taking your pelvis off of the floor, and you can move it gently from side to side. Very good. Coming back to normal. Give yourself a bit of a shake. Take a drink if you need one. Take a moment. And then we're going to come up onto our knees. We're going to do a little bit of an opener for the back. Now, we just have about 10 minutes left, so we're going to do a little bit for the back, a little bit for the shoulders, but today was mainly focused on getting our legs moving again. Next week, if we do Stretch and Wine online again, we may mix it up. Feel free to give me your feedback on what you do and don't like, and we can make sure that we hit each area as we go. All right, so we're going to come into what's called our camel pose. Goodness knows why it's called that, but there we go. We're going to tuck our toes first of all and take our right hand to our right heel. This is a little bit of an opener for the back, so you may find it a little bit easier to have your knees slightly apart rather than completely together. This time we're going to breathe in to bring our left arm in front of the body, lift the pelvis and hips up towards the ceiling, taking the arm back and looking up. Breathing out, the pelvis comes back down, left hand to left heel. And we breathe in to bring the right arm up. Good. Breathing out, coming down, swapping again. The more stretch that you want, the more you lift your chest and hips up towards the ceiling. If you want a little bit less, that's okay, just don't push so much. If you want a little bit more again, bring yourself back to neutral, untuck your toes, and do the same thing again. You now have further to reach. Good, carrying on. So we're going to do 2 more each side in your own time. Good. One more each way. Last one. Very good. Taking your knees wide, toes together, bending forward again into that child's pose, rounding through the back. Good. Then walking our hands in towards our body. And we're going to come into our puppy pose nearly to finish, just to help stretch out the shoulders. So for this one, if you have a block handy, you may find it good to use to help give your shoulders a bit more of a stretch. If you don't have a block, a pillow, a container, a chair, a bed, even a wall, you can probably do this against. Otherwise, you just do it against the floor. So we're going to bring our knees directly underneath our hips. Very handy having this line here. Having our knees directly underneath our hips this time rather than sinking back. We're going to take the hands nice and far forward. If you have the strength in your wrist, you can come to your fingertips. If you find this too much, you can take your hands to the floor. Taking a nice big breath in. We're then going to breathe out to sink our chest down towards the floor, keeping both arms straight. So you can find that your forearms will stay off of the floor. If you find that your forehead comes to the floor and you're still getting a stretch, that's absolutely fine, stay there. If you're not getting a stretch and your forehead is on the floor, I'd like you to look forward and see if you can sink your chest a little bit deeper. We're really trying to aim to get your armpits to the floor here. I'm going to quickly show you with the block. If you have a block, we take a hand to either side and we gently sink down. But if you find this easier to kind of come up and come down, moving side to side for this one, just listen to what your body's after. Again, I know it can be quite uncomfortable just to stay here. So move. As long as you're doing something and you're stretching, I don't mind. Good. Holding for 2 more breaths. If you're quite flexy and your hands are on the floor, you may find your forearms are on the floor, so just keep looking forward. Very good. Taking a big breath in. And as we breathe out, taking your pelvis back down towards your heels, rocking back, forehead to the floor. And let your forearms come alongside you. Palms face up, letting your shoulders relax. And if you'd like, interlacing your hands behind your back, hands up to the ceiling, gently rocking from side to side. And when you're ready, letting go of your hands, take them back out alongside you, or if you'd like, out in front of you. Good. And then breathing in, walking your hands in towards your body, sitting up, and breathing out, swinging your legs around. All right, we have a couple of minutes. I'm going to do chest and back a little bit more next time. Because we may use a few different bits of equipment. But for today, seeing as I haven't gotten everyone to get equipment, that is absolutely fine. We're going to do that more next time. If you'd like to add something in for yourself at the end of this stretch class, like a yin chest stretch or anything else, by all means, please do. But the last one we're going to do is coming into our froggy, just as a little bit for our legs, just to finish off. So we're going to take our legs nice and wide, or taking the knees as wide apart as you can and taking your ankles in line with your knees. Good. Then taking your forearms down to the floor and holding here. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to gently rock our pelvis back as if it's going down towards our heels, holding where you are. I'm just going to turn to the side. So we're coming into this movement here. So as we breathe in, we're going to rock our weight forward as if we're taking it over our hands. And breathing out, rocking back, trying to push that pelvis back and down. You're welcome to keep moving with your breath, or if you found a particularly tight spot, you're welcome to hold here and keep trying to breathe into it, trying to sink a little bit deeper. This is your last one, so make it count. Enjoy. Taking one more breath, breathing in, breathing out. Gently bringing your pelvis back, coming back to your hands, walking your knees back together, You're sitting down, bringing the soles of your feet together, knees out to the side, and just gently pulsing through your knees. Very good. Taking both legs straight and grabbing a drink. Congratulations, everybody. We have made it through an hour of full body stretch. I was about to say leg stretch. Full body stretch and wine. I'm really sad that I can't actually talk to you all properly and get your feedback and also say well done for being here personally. But I hope that you've all enjoyed your class today. I hope that you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more stretched, and enjoyed your drink as well. We will most likely be here. Thank you, guys. Glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully we will be at another class very soon. Like I mentioned, we have our Vinyasa class tomorrow. For anybody who has family members that can't do full yoga but would like to still be doing aspects of it, I also teach seated yoga on a Friday morning, which I will be doing online tomorrow at 10:30 to 11:30. Thank you, everybody. So please, by all means, get them to either follow me on Facebook if they're on there, or keep an eye out for the link yourself and send it on to them. I will be doing that first thing tomorrow morning, 10:30 tomorrow morning. But otherwise, thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day or lovely rest of your evening. And I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Please, if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to the page on YouTube with the little red subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook, Pure Bliss Wellness, and Instagram, Pure Bliss Wellness. Please share to your friends and family. This is obviously a very different time to what I was expecting. We were just launching our studio, so I really appreciate if we can now spread this online to reach as many people as we can during this time as well and give them something fun to do while we're all at home. But I hope you're all enjoying sunshine. Have a lovely rest of your evening, everybody. And from me, namaste, and we'll speak to you again soon. Bye, everybody.